Make sure that everyone's voice is heard. Every member of the team is important and is there for a reason. Therefore, they should be respected and have their ideas heard. Also, don't dismiss what you may deem to be crazy or a ridiculous idea. Sometimes you have to look for inspiration in the outlandish to make an event unique and something that students would want to set aside time to attend. Decide on an idea right then and there. Multiple brainstorming sessions can wipe out a team. Choose an idea and elaborate on it. Before the meeting is over, make sure to set SMART goals and ensure that every member of your team has a task that will contribute to the success of the event. SMART goals are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time-bound. Let's break these down. Specific. Goals must be clear and unambiguous. Make sure that everyone on your team understands the goals that have been set for the event. If someone does not understand, take the time out to explain it to that person. Remember, your team is only as strong as your weakest link. Measurable. Indicate clear milestones. We have already covered that every person on the team will walk away with a responsibility. But how will you make sure that that person is following up on their task? You must set up a schedule for when things need to get done and when they should check in with you. Don't forget to celebrate milestones. When the person responsible for vendors gets all the paperwork submitted, celebrate that. That's one step closer to a successful event. Attainable. Make goals realistic and attainable. It's great to set your sights high, but don't forget to be realistic. Keep your budget and abilities in mind. Relevant. Goals must be relevant to the overall mission. We already went over Student Life's mission in detail, as well as the core competencies. Now go out there and put all those principles into practice. Make sure your event ties into the mission and is developing students in some way. Time-bound. Be committed to deadlines. You never want to be the reason why an event falls through. Stick to the deadlines that are given to you. Keep an organized calendar and refer back to that often. Great follow-through is a skill that all employers look for. Answer every voicemail and every email. Most importantly, do what you say you will do. Let's discuss groupthink. Have you ever been a part of a group or team meeting and everything seems to be going wrong? Personal issues are overriding the task at hand, all ideas are not being heard, and there is discord. The group is so desperate for harmony that the members decide on an idea just to reach a consensus, without critical evaluation or exploring alternate ideas. Sound familiar? Well, that is the psychological phenomenon known as groupthink. Groupthink is dangerous to fall into. When groupthink occurs, there is a loss of independent thinking, individual creativity, and uniqueness. Resentment also begins to build within the group. To avoid groupthink, make sure to always set SMART goals during brainstorming sessions and meetings. Let's watch an example of groupthink in motion. While this is not a negative example of groupthink, let's see how group pressure can affect people in everyday situations.
The elevator now is a candid star. These folks who are entering, the man with the white shirt, the lady with the trench coat, and subsequently one other member of our staff will face the rear. And you'll see how this man in the trench coat tries to maintain his individuality. Little by little, he looks at his watch, but he's really making an excuse for turning just a little bit more to the wall. Now we'll try it once again. Here's the candid subject. Here comes the candid camera staff, 3 of them at least. And this man has apparently been in groups before. With his hat on in the elevator. First he makes a full turn to the rear and Charlie closes the door. A moment later, we'll open the door. Everybody's changed positions. see if we can use group pressure for some good. Now, in a moment, on Charlie's signal, everybody turns forward. There it is. Notice they take off their hats. And now, do you think we could reverse the procedure? Watch.
Another important aspect to keep in mind when working with groups is group courtesy. Do not interrupt. Give people the common courtesy of getting their point across. Everyone should be given the opportunity of speaking without being interrupted. Wait until people have finished talking to provide your input. Know when to address someone face to face. There is no denying that we live in a technological society. We tend to prefer communicating via email, text messages, Facebook, and Twitter. While all of that is acceptable, know that there are situations that call for face-to-face contact. Remember, your tone cannot come across via email. Give people enough respect to address serious topics in person. Speak to people, not at them. When you're in a group or team, whether or not you're the team leader, everyone is a part of the team and are your peers. People don't respond well to being spoken at. Think of how you react when people bark orders at you rather than speaking to you. Civility. Be civil towards all members of your group. You may not like them, but maintain professionalism and be courteous and civil towards them. In my opinion, the golden rule of treating others as you would want to be treated is a little outdated. I prefer the platinum rule. Treat others as they would like to be treated. Email etiquette. As previously discussed, email is a popular way to communicate. Just as you are to maintain professional etiquette face-to-face, you must also do so in emails. There should be a greeting. You should use uppercase letters when appropriate, and never use internet slang like LOL or the letter B and the number 4. We're not playing bingo. Finally, see a need, fill a need. This is a slogan I first saw in an animated film called Robots. I love how simple this concept is. What is it that your student body needs? Fill that need with your event. Make sure to keep in constant communication with students to find out what they need. Your programs will be a success because of it.